Good morning everyone. Just a quick advice by uploading this video to help you out in various ways. As first, please don't spend time revising the topics already came in the paper 1 and 2. So focus on the topics missed out from the paper 1 and 2. So we went through the both papers and providing this review video today so that you have enough time to revise the topics you want to revise for your final maths exam. Secondly, a kind advice, please relax and calm and don't stress yourself in case if you have made any silly mistake in the paper 1 and 2. At this stage, my gentle advice is focus on the paper 3 and do well in your exam. Then we all can have a party. Before I start my review, as Smart Tutors, we are providing a live streaming session on Monday the 10th June 2019 from 7 p.m. till late, discussing the topics and the exam style questions. So if you have any questions or topics you need to revise on, get a little bit better on the topics, please feel free to send an email to smarttutorsuk@gmail.com and be there on 10th June 2019 at 7 p.m. So we will listening to your comments and checking the emails and what sort of topics you are asking and questions, and if there's no questions or anything, so we are going to be choosing the remaining topics and doing some harder questions, explaining the methods how to do the questions on the live streaming session, which is scheduled to happen on 10th June 2019 at 7 p.m. If you already have set the reminders, that's fine. Those who haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and set reminders, so then there's a notification comes up on your smartphone, or if you have a desktop or iMac, just there's a pop-up coming up and say there's a live streaming session going on, then you can tune in. Let's look at the topics, what's going to be happen in the paper 3. So what we have done is we've taken the paper 1 and paper 2, list down all the topics came in the paper, then cross it off from our schedule, then so remaining topics may come on the paper 3. So we suggest the paper 1, LCM and HCF came in, fractions came in, percentage change problem, estimation, standard form came in, and surds also came in on the paper 1. The paper 2, there's lots of percentage problem question and standard form again, and truncation, the error interval came in. So which is left the topics for paper 3 is finding the original and sale price, which means reverse percentage and the forward percentage questions. So paper 3, you may practice a little bit of percentage, reverse percentage and forward percentage questions. We are going to discuss that on our live streaming session on Monday evening. Second one, upper bound and lower bound. There are some topics you can do some harder topics, do the questions on a suitable degree of accuracy. That kind of questions of upper bound and lower bound may come in on the paper 3. Then recurring decimals. Recurring decimals is missed out from the paper 1 and paper 2. Just keep an eye on the recurring decimal. It may come in on the paper 3. The second topic is algebra. So in the algebra, in the paper 1, powers and roots came in, a small power questions came in, completing the square question already came in, functions came in, and algebraic proof came in. So paper 2, I can see a massive algebraic fraction question there, and linear inequality is the very first question on the paper 2. Rearranging formula already came in. So paper 3, I would advise it's going to be a algebraic paper. So you got to remember how to do the expanding brackets, double and triple brackets, factorizing, solving quadratic formula. It's missed out on the paper 1 and 2. So just keep an eye on the formula and memorize the formula. Quadratic sequence and linear sequence is missed out, so keep an eye on the formula. We are going to discuss on the live streaming tomorrow on the Monday, quadratic equations and how to do it quickly, quadratic inequalities and shading the inequality region. Simultaneous equation, quadratic simultaneous equation. So that means one of the equation is linear, the other one is quadratic. How to solve them? Trial and improvement method and iterations. All these topics are missed out on the paper 1 and paper 2. I know it's a huge list, but if you take 5 minutes of what is what and do a couple of questions, that's more than enough. This is what we are going to do in the live streaming session. And last on the algebra sections is substitution. It's just giving the values and substituting a formula, finding the answer. It's not a kind of a big thing, but they might put some like a harder questions for a calculator paper. But I might force you, quadratic formula, quadratic simultaneous equation, shading region and iteration may come in on the paper 3. Topic 3 is the graphs. We have seen loads of graphs on the paper 1 and paper 2. Just to go through that one. Paper 1, solving equation using the graph. There's already 2 lines drawn. They ask you to find out what is the solution. In the paper 2, finding gradients already came in. Straight line graphs came in. Perpendicular lines came in. Velocity time graph came in. Right? So what we are missing here on the paper 3, the length of the graph, 2 points is given. What is the length of the line? They may ask that one. Or ratio and coordinates. That means 2 points given with a ratio, and you need to find out the coordinate of a point, which is ratio is given 3:4. We are going to discuss that one in our live streaming session. So ratio and coordinates. The next one, quadratic graph. I didn't see any quadratic graph. More importantly, transformation of the graphs. It's missing out. Right? I must say transformation of the graphs. It's going to come with a trigonometry twist. Right? And the harder graph, they might give some plenty of graphs and you to identify which graph is which. Right? We are going to discuss that on the live streaming session. The next one is the tangents and circle. That is missed out from the paper 1 and paper 2. Haven't said that, they already asked the perpendicular gradient and everything, but they might put a kind of a simple questions in order to you to understand what is the equation of the circle and how to find out the equation of the tangent line, which we will repeat that in our streaming session tomorrow. Topic 4. In the topic 4 is ratios. To be honest with you, in 2019 paper 1 and 2 is full of ratios, right? I don't know how many ratio questions. It's like a more than 5 or 6 ratio questions. Little bit algebra twist and harder topics and mix the ratio in various places. So I might think a ratio is the key element in the 2019 maths paper. The examiner wants to know the students how the ratio is going to become in various ways. So I must admit I'm preparing some harder ratio question to discuss in the live streaming session tomorrow. So be prepared for that one. The topics missed out from the paper 1 and paper 2 is compound interest, depreciation, unit conversion and compound measure, which means speed, density, pressure, that kind of stuff. The topics already came in. Direct and inverse proportion already came in. Ratio with algebra came in the paper 1. Ratio recipe question came in. Ratio normal basic question came in paper 1 and paper 2. So pretty much lots of ratio question, but the compound interest and depreciation you may go through the formula, and the compound measure you need to practice on. Topic 5 is geometry. So geometry is a big massive topic containing loads of subtopics, right? In the paper 1 we have seen a reflection question, transformation question, and they have asked a translation vector kind of question. And area of the 2D shapes, there are a couple of questions there. And volume of the 3D shapes, I think that they combine the cone with the hemisphere in the paper 1. Front and side elevation already came in, don't worry about it, it's not going to become again. Paper 2, circle theorem, finding angle already came in. Area of the 2D shape already came in on the paper 2 as well, which is a sector kind of thing. Sector, arc length and everything already came in on the paper 2. And the volume of the 3D shape, I think like there's a container, water filling questions came in on the paper 2. That's all in the geometry part. So what is missing? You must understand the basic angles and polygon question. There might be a polygon angle mixed question in the paper 3. Circle theorem proof. This is a little bit of gray area. You may argue with me, oh, circle theorem already came in paper 3. It's like a free from circle theorem, right? Circle theorem proof is in the syllabus. You may go through the all 5 or 6 theorems before the exam, please, because if that is coming, it's going to be a 6 to 7 marks, right? It's no harm for practicing for a couple of hours. I will recall that again in the streaming session tomorrow, but please go through that one. Congruent shape didn't came in, just in the paper 1 and paper 2. So revise that congruent shapes, side angle side, angle side, right angle side, that kind of stuff. Similar shape didn't came in. So similar shape, you need to practice how to find out the sides from a similar shapes. Then surface area didn't came in. So basically they will give a equation of a 3D shape, and you need to find the surface area, which is not going to be a harder one, but there is a possibility they can put a question on the surface area. This is key, being the last 3 topic: construction, loci and bearing. There's no question in the paper 1 and paper 2, so definitely there is a question on bearing or locus or loci and construction. So we are going to be doing more loci questions tomorrow in our live streaming session. Topic 6, trigonometry and Pythagoras, right? In the paper 1, there's a trigonometry common value, exact trigonometry value questions there. And paper 2, there's a SOHCAHTOA, sine, cosine, tan, a basic question was there. And 3D trigonometry is finding the angle between the planes already came in. So don't stress yourself, vectors already came in, right? So this leaves us sine cosine rule, it didn't come up. So sine rule, cosine rule, area of the triangle, you need to remember the formula, which we are going to discuss tomorrow. That might come. And 3D Pythagoras and 2D Pythagoras, right? You got to practice with the equation. How can you apply that one in a maths question? Probability. In the probability is our 7th topic. In the paper 1, there's a plenty of basics probability questions, and tree diagram with algebra already came in, and in the paper 2 already a standard tree diagram questions there. So don't worry to revise the tree diagram again. And the paper 1, there's a permutation combination that padlock questions came in, so that is already taken out from the list, which is leaving us with sample space, which we are going to discuss tomorrow. Two-way tables, Venn diagram and sets, they might come in the paper 3. Venn diagram and sets, notation, intersection and union, conditional probability, kind of how to shade the region of the Venn diagram. Capture, recapture didn't came in. Just try to recall the capture, recapture formula, and practice the capture recapture method, equation, and couple of questions, which we will definitely discuss tomorrow to help you out. The last topic is the statistics, right? So in the paper 1, upper and lower quartiles came in, right? So you might recall there's a table is given, there's lots of numbers given, and you need to find out what is the upper quartile and lower quartile, lower value and everything. So it already came in, so just don't revise that one. And comparing the data set already came in that question. That means you compare some Richard said something, analyze, or just to say your comments or something. That questions came in. And so the questions left with histograms. There's a massive chance to come histogram questions on the paper 3, and stem and leaf diagram, right? And cumulative frequency already came in. Just don't revise the cumulative frequency. They are not going to be repeat that question again. Stem and leaf, we are going to discuss that tomorrow. And scatter graph didn't come, just to the normal positive correlation and negative correlation, that kind of question. Frequency polygon, right? It didn't come in, right? Just to revise those topics. And stratified and sampling already appeared on the paper 2. And that's basically it in statistics, right? In statistics, the main things we are going to discuss on the histogram, stem and leaf, and scatter graph, and frequency polygon. Just a frequency polygon, the frequency table is given, so you need to quickly go through the table and plot a frequency polygon. So that might have idea we will discuss in the paper 3 live session tomorrow. And that is our end of our video session today. So if you have any questions, please send your questions and request to our email smarttutorsuk@gmail.com. I hope you like this video. If you do like this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and tune in for our live streaming session on Monday, which is 10th of June 2019 at 7 p.m. All the best for your exam and good luck. Cheers.
Is your child weak in mathematics? Do you spend much time at work and struggling to find a tutor for your children? Don't worry, because we have an ultimate solution. Smart Tutors brings you an amazing meld of mathematics coaching experience by tutors working successfully in UK for more than 12 years. Our website is an immersive learning experience that provides comprehensive, curriculum-aligned mathematics content for toddler, age 5, to teenager, age 18. Smart Tutor is a user-friendly website which enables you to download 3 mathematics worksheets for free. If preferred, the user can download thousands of mathematics worksheets and sample papers for the chosen age group for only £2.50 per month. Not just this, but if you wish to have private tutoring at home, and if you are living in London 20 miles radius from Heathrow Airport, you can request for private tutoring by clicking the button, and tutor will contact the parent and arrange the class for your child at your own place. Smart Tutors also provides a facility to have tutoring via online tools. If you are interested, book your session now. You'll not need to wander for math tutors for your children anymore. Contact us today for a guaranteed 100% success.